What's up? What's up? What's up, Don Dons? How are you all doing? How are you all doing? This is your boy Chef Don Don. I'm here to bring this breaking news in regards to Mr. Stephen Twitch, the boss, formerly the DJ. I mean, the executive producer of, or one of the executive producers of the Ellen DeGeneres show. All right. 40 years young. And so we're going to talk about it. It is very, very sad news. And um, unfortunately, we're going to have to keep it real. We're going to have to keep it real because people are hurting all around. And um, it's just sad. It's sad. So yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna keep it real. So I want to send condolences to his family, his wife, and his two children. I believe it was two children. If there were more, um, well, I'm sorry, three children, two daughters and a son. So again, we're gonna get into this. But if you guys can hear me, please let me know in the comment section that you guys can hear me. Please, please let me know. We won't be here long. Yeah, I did too, Tracy. Like that really got me. And here's the thing I want to say, like his energy just always seems so positive. Like he just always seemed to give a positive vibe just looking at his energy. So but yeah, let's get into I want to read an article from Deadline in regards to his passing, and we'll go from there. Okay. So give me just a second as I pull this up on the screen. Um, and good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. For those of you that are not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so. And make sure you hit the like button on this video. I'm quite sure that there are many content creators who are going to be covering this. But please, 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 hit that like button. Hit that like button so we can send this up in the algorithm. Okay. All right, so let me get this pulled up here really quick. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Felicia. Yes, very, very sad. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Simply Elegant One. Good morning, good morning. I just seen him and his wife doing a TikTok. It was definitely unexpected, most definitely. Hi, Chef. No, I loved him. He was so funny. I can definitely believe that. Most definitely, I can believe that. I can believe that. Hold on one second, guys. Let's see here. All right. So again, I'm pulling this article up from Deadline. Um, and before I get into this, like I really just want to say this. Like we I, we just never know what a person is actually really dealing with. And I don't even know where to go with it. But anyway, let's get into this. So this is Stephen Boss, better known as DJ Twitch of the Ellen DeGeneres Show, died Tuesday in a Los Angeles hotel room at the age of 40, reportedly by unaliving himself. His death was confirmed by the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner coroner. The office did not state a cause. In a statement to People magazine, Boss wife Allison Holker, Boss confirmed his death, saying, "It is with the heaviest of hearts that I have to share my husband, Stephen, has left us. Stephen lit up every room that he stepped into. He valued family, friends, and community above all else, and leading with love and light with everything to him. He was the backbone of our family, the best husband and father, and inspiration to his fans. To say he left a legacy, she continued, um, would be an understatement, and his positive impact will continue to be felt. I am certain that there won't be a day that goes by that we won't honor his memory. We ask for privacy during this difficult time, for myself especially, our three children, Stephen. We love you, we miss you, and I will always save the last dance for you. And if you guys don't know, they just done a TikTok that they posted 3 days ago in a Instagram reel of them dancing. And so this goes on to say that TMZ and other news outlets are reporting that Boss died of a self-inflicted gunshot. Boss joined the Ellen Show in 2014 and stayed until DeGeneres ended the talk show in 2022. Boss was made an executive producer in 2020. Prior to his work with DeGeneres, Boss appeared on So You Think You Can Dance, where he placed as a runner-up in 2008. Born Stephen Larrell Boss in Alabama, tWitch studied dance at the Southern Union State Community College in Wadley, Alabama, and Chapman University. And in 2003 was a semifinalist on the MTV's The Wade Robson Project and the runner-up on the television talent competition Star Search. Whew, gotta take a minute because this, I, mm, mm. You know, um, I was really trying to read that without getting emotional, but the thoughts that go through my mind are we're so close to the holidays, and I keep reiterating that. But the conversation that his wife has to have with their children, if that doesn't touch your heart in some type of way, I don't know what to say about you, but that's what's literally going through my mind while reading this article. It's like the conversation that and then she has to mentally get herself ready to have that to prepare herself mentally to get ready to have that conversation with them. And this goes to the point that I've been making for the last couple of days that you know we cyberbully, we get in people's DMs and we troll people online. And I'm not saying we for the people that are watching, I'm just saying in general that you just don't even understand what may be the last moment for someone. And you know what appears to be something that may look good to the outside, or may look good on the outside, and people not really understanding what you're dealing with on the inside. And so, um, again, it just goes back to um, just the thought of her having to have this conversation with her children. So I just, again, like really, um, I just, I don't even know. I, I don't know what to say. Like, um, this is sad. This is really sad. So I want to get into the rest of this here really quick. So it said that he had two. small dancing roles in 2007 film Blade of Glory and Hairspray, and following um, a year okay. So following a year on competing with So You Think You Can Dance, he would return to the series as a guest and all-star frequently. In 2013, he performed on Dancing with the Stars. In 2014, began his association with DeGeneres as a guest DJ on her show. That year, he also was the cast in Magic Mike. Um, and in 2007, he and his wife, Allison Hooker, hosted the documentary series, Disney's Fairy Tale Wedding. Just 3 days ago, Hooker posted photos of the couple's wedding, writing, "It's our ninth anniversary, and I couldn't be more grateful to celebrate this perfect, magical day, saying yes to you, or yes to," at, and she tagged his Instagram. "A lot has been one of the best decisions I have ever made in my life. I feel so blessed and loved, and I love you, baby. And I will never take you or our love for granted. I love you." In addition to his wife, Boss survived by two daughters and a son. Um, Again, y'all, this is really sad. This is really, really sad. And again, we just never, ever know um what and when can it's just sad. I again just can't imagine the conversation. I just again it's just it's sad. It's sad. Um no, they won't. They won't ever see the holiday the same anymore. Um and this is why I always say, like, mental health awareness is so real, and especially around this time of the year, it is so hard for a lot of people, because when you're dealing with grief, you're dealing with hard times, you're dealing with so much, it can weigh on you so heavy. And I can't really speak for anyone else, but I can say this time of the year is always so heavy. I just started really enjoying this time of year again, like maybe 2 years ago. So I know if it's heavy for me, I know it's heavy for a lot of other people as well. Um, and just with the surroundings that you might have going on, with losing loved ones or just losing things around you in general, and just dealing with those things mentally. Like, it's a lot and it can weigh heavy on the mind. And so I can only imagine again what those children are going to have to go through and what his wife is going to have to go through. And so again, I just send my prayers to them all. Um I really do. I send my prayers to them all because again, w- we have to understand that though it may look good on the outside, there may be just a whole lot that you just don't know about on the inside. Again, though it may look good to you on the outside, you just don't know what anyone is going through on the inside. And so, what we should definitely be learning from situations like this is to appreciate every moment of life. Um, Love the people that are around you. Check on your strong people that are around you. That's not just cliche. We say it, but do we really actually do it? Do we really actually do it? Do we really check on the strong people around us? And one thing that I've learned is that friendships, relationships, period, are always a two-way avenue, right? Because you want to feel loved as well. You know what I mean? When someone checks on you, I don't know about y'all, but when someone checks on me, it means the world to me, right? Whatever your motive may be, you thought about me. And so I feel like in that avenue, it can go both ways too, right? As much as we check on our strong people, we want to be checked on as well. And that's just the reality of being a human being. And so, again, check on the people that are around you and love on them. Like literally love on them. This I'm I'm literally shaking because I'm just in my mind just I'm like, wow. So, um again, if you guys are just coming into the room, we want to send condolences and love to this family, especially to Stephen Boss's wife, as well as the children. Um, and the internet nowadays is so, I mean, I'm pretty sure that the conversation had to have happened sooner than later because the internet, the internet is reporting it. So I'm sure they would have saw it. So again, like let's just try to put out the most positive things that we can put out in regards to this because again, you have to remember that they can't really go without seeing what people are saying or what the internet is saying. And so I ask that people try to touch this with a gentle heart. Touch this with a gentle heart. The speculations, they aren't needed. Family doesn't need that. They need prayers, love, and that's just what they need. That's just what they need. So, you know, n- yeah, this is crazy. Um, okay, I'm gonna read some of you guys' comments, right? You never know what someone is going through. You never know. You never know. And, you know, like I said, although it may look good to you on the outside, you just never know what people are dealing with on the inside and what people have to wake up and deal with on a daily basis. This is just this is crazy. This is crazy. My baby brother has it and I just picked him up from Atlanta Street this past weekend. No one knowing he was homeless on the road recovery. On the on the road to recovery this day forward. Damn, a little shout out to you for being that go-to for your baby brother because it is so many people out there that are literally going through something every moment. And honestly, sometimes I sit back and I really think, I be like, you really complaining about this little small thing? when someone definitely is going through something way worse than what you're going through right now in this moment, and God has given you hope. So let's stand on that. And literally, I mean, you see people hurting and hurting daily. It's so crazy. Um, I hope people don't make this out to be like Twitch was a coward for this cause. They don't know what he was really in what he was really feeling in that moment. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like that type of speculation, it's not needed, you know what I mean? Because again, the internet I mean, everything is out there, right? His kids see everything, his wife sees everything. And I get it. Everybody doesn't have the heart of support and the heart of, you know, wanting to show this family love without judging and all of that. Um, I've already seen some stuff on Twitter and it just makes me angry again because I know if I've seen it, other people have seen it, and it travels from there, and it's super sad. It's really sad. Good morning to everyone that is coming in the building. Please, please, please make sure you like this video so that it pushes the video up in the algorithm. I know that um I know that we are hold on one second, y'all. Okay. Sorry. What I was trying to say was I know that there are going to be other people who are going to be discussing this. And so we want to push that up in the algorithm. And again, I just hope that we send out the most positive message that we can send out because we don't know anything. Um, and to be quite honest, we may never know. And to be quite honest with you, I'm just gonna keep going on with the fact of trying to put out positivity. Just put out positivity because they're gonna see this. Um, Brittany J, yeah, I'm the same way. Michelle, I'm sorry, Michelle Cox says, so sad. He had a smile that would light up a room. My thoughts and prayers with the family and friends. Absolutely. That was one thing I was thinking, like his smile was so big and bright. Like it, it just said a lot. And that's one of the things that the message that I'm trying to give out is that your smile can be so bright and so big and you can seem like you're in that moment that you're not going through anything and that your personality is so bubbly and so big and in the inside you just broken like ugh. Wow. No, they don't. The wife and the kids don't deserve to get slapped with negativity. And I mean, they already have so much to deal with. Leave them alone and deal with what's going on and let them deal with what's going on. I agree with you. I totally, totally agree with you. 100%. Um, ooh, this is just, uh, y'all, we gotta do better. We really do. We really do. And I'm talking to myself as well. I'm so talking to myself as well. Um, oh God. My heart just breaks for those kids. My heart just breaks for those kids and his wife. My heart breaks for them. I just watched Twitch on Step Up movie. I loved his dancing. He had so much going on for him, but I hope he has found peace Yeah, I just oh, it gets me. It really gets me. Um, wow. Okay. I stopped being a strong friend years ago. I always felt like uh one thought about no one thought about my feelings because I was strong and would be okay. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why I say too, I believe that when we say let's check on each other, we talk about, you know, being there for each other. It has to be a two-way street, right? Because in essence, you do feel some type of way when you're always being that one, and that's why I say we have to be of a balance, right? Letting people know that we love them, checking on people when they're on our mind. Like, you know, I had to actually my therapist told me this. Um, and he said, I hear you always say that you think about somebody, but you're doing something and you forget to actually reach out. And I told him, I said, I think that's kind of everybody, right? I hear people saying that all the time. And he was like, but that's an excuse. And you're using that excuse in that moment. And then if something actually happens or something is actually going on, you're beating yourself up about the fact that you didn't do what you should have done when you felt the need to do it. And so I really had to think about that. And so now I really try my hardest to not say, I was just thinking about you and I so forgot to text you, or I forgot to hit you up, or I forgot to do this, I forgot to do that. I try to really stop doing what I'm doing in that moment to reach out. Right. And I may get on your nerves, and it is what it is. uh, you may get on your friends' nerves, you may get on your mama nerves, you may get on your sister nerves, you may get on cousins' nerves. It is what it is. But Imma keep making sure that you're good. Imma keep making sure that you're okay. So again, you know, the extra hate that's all over the internet, it's just not needed. It's not needed. It's not needed. It's not needed. People run to social media and be so rude, like people don't have feelings. It's sad. Absolutely, absolutely, and that's why. And I hate to bring this in, but this is the very reason why I made my Instagram private because you know you may think that. Well, I don't know what you think you may be doing, but the death threats, the threats, the doxing, all of that stuff that people do, you play a part in someone's mental health when you do that. You tug on their mental health when you do stuff like that, right? Because then that now they have their mind set on what you've said or what you've done. Just stop it. Stop trolling people. Stop the hate. Stop it. Go out of your way to be rude, mean, and hateful. No, I just I yeah. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Um Again, y'all, this is very sad news. For those of you that are just joining us, that's a very sad news in regards to Stephen tWitch boss. Um, and he did unalive himself, that we know of. And several news outlets are reporting, different things that may have happened to him. And again, I just ask that anyone who touches on this, try to touch on this with the wife and the children in mind, that they may see what you're saying. They may hear it. And yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, I that was just in this article too. Uh Bubbles says, I just seen his wife posted, Stephen, we love you, we miss you, and I will always save the last dance for you. Oh God, that just kind of get me chills again. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. So, oh, listen, this is sad. This is sad. Listen, for those of you that are just coming in and those of you that are joining us, thank you so much for joining us. We are going to be very, very positive and send and prayers out to Stephen, Twitch, the boss's family, um, in regards to his unfortunate passing. Um, uh, I just in my mind just keep thinking the conversation that she has to have with those children. So we definitely have to keep her lifted and those children lifted in prayer and just praying for strength. I just yeah. Um good morning, good morning, everyone. Miss Major says, I am at work, but I posted this story in the my chat because I wanted y'all to know you're not alone. If you're feeling a way, reach out. We are here. Yeah, we have to honestly, y'all, just everything that's going on. I mean, it has to tug and weigh on your heart. We're around the holiday time, whether you celebrate the holiday or not. You have to always remember that these people have to celebrate the holiday or not even celebrate the holiday. It may not even be in a holiday spirit because of what they're dealing with. And to think that these children have to spend their holiday without their father, it's that's oh man, that's heart wrenching. It's tugging. It's tugging on me, y'all. It's tugging on me. When I saw that, it just tugged on me. One son and two baby girls, two girls. And yes, he was married. So it's just I remember Twitch and his wife from So You Think You Can Dance. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's where I remember him from. But then also too, like his smile. And like if even if you just look up his pictures, look at his pictures on Instagram and stuff like that, you just see he just had such a big smile that you couldn't help but just like, kind of smile back. Like that just is what he gave. And so, to anyone who is dealing with anything, I send you my love because I know how hard it could be to express yourself. So I send you my love and I hope that um there has been something that I may have said that or someone may have said to you that may have made you rethink some things. Um and I just pray that whatever you're dealing with and whatever that you're going through, that number one, that God guide you through it and that you listen to him to get through it. Number two, mentally, I pray that you find at least someone that you can talk to, someone to express this to, because we can be so deep in the fact that we can take everything to the Lord in prayer that we forget mentally also too that we have to mentally prepare ourselves for a lot of things that we battle with. And I feel like too we have to meet God in that. We got to meet him there, right? We got to meet him there. And so whatever you have to do to help heal you mentally, whether that's talking to someone, getting a therapist, going out to a picnic and screaming as loud as you possibly can, going to the lake, throwing rocks, whatever you have to do. Just do something mentally to try to help cope with a lot of things that you're pushing through, right? I want to be an encouragement to my subscribers. We can get up here, we can talk about the mess, we can talk about all of that kind of stuff. Talk about the house. We can talk about what's going on these shows. I feel like we can also get up here and be real as well. And we need to be able to express what's going on. So whatever that outlet looks like for you, find it. Find it. It's not too late. It's not too late. Please block Anthony Holly. Won't do that over here. Sorry. Thank you. But I just feel like, again, we must, must check on our people, whether they're strong, whether you feel like they're not strong, whatever you feel like it may be. Check on the people around you because you just never, ever know. His wife is going to have to push through her children through the holiday period. Just heartbreaking. Absolutely. Like that's how I feel. I really do. I really, really do. I really do. Um Ooh, I remember him dancing on the Ellen show. They just had a baby this year. Or the end of last year. Condolences to his family mentally. Mental health is so important. It controls everything that we do. Absolutely. Absolutely, Linda. Absolutely. Um, okay, hold on one second. Let me see here. Yes, St. James. It really is. It really is. My heart goes out to his wife and young children. Losing their father and husband, especially during the holiday season, must be devastating. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. I was trying to read a comment, but they're going fast. Sorry, guys. Why is it when someone passes away, then it is when people come around and say, "Oh, I could have done something." Right. And that's why I say this. That's why I say this, Bubbles, I'm sorry. So I say this. Um, I believe it's, you know, in therapy, I was literally saying, like, I was using an excuse on why I wouldn't reach out to someone, or in that moment I got busy, or I was doing something else and I forgot to reach out, or whatever the case may be. And so, like, you know, that's why I try to make it a point to reach out to people when I do have them on my mind, because I don't ever want to be it's tough when something is on your heart and you feel guilty about something. That is one of the hardest things to kind of cope with, is the guilt or feeling guilty. I'm not going to say necessarily the guilt, because a lot of times some of us aren't guilty in whatever may have happened, but we feel that way. And so I just, you know, I'm preaching to myself when I say that too, because I'm still working on it. I'm definitely still working on it. This is crazy. Good morning to all of my godly brothers and sisters. This was heartbreaking news to me. Mr. Bob's family, you have my deepest condolences during this painful time. I will keep the family in my prayers. Thank you so much. He looked so happy in the last video. He danced with his family. I hope his family is all right and they get the help to deal with this. Absolutely, because they are gonna need it. They're gonna need it. This can't be easy for anyone. Also, as much as we tell people to reach out and check on others, if someone is reaching out to offer you support, please accept the help. Mm. Ooh. Okay, simply elegant one. Why not just go ahead and punch me in the side of my face? Okay, with that one. Or at the very least, communicate that you need what you need in the moment. Absolutely, and I agree with that. Oh gosh, I'm guilty. Guilty as charged with that one. Guilty as charged with that one. I wanted to read something else. Um, so I'm trying to read everybody's comment. I try to be the strongest one, but gets hard. I'm dealing with a lot right now, and it's so hard to want to smile, but I keep on trying. Well, listen here, Bubbles. Let me say this. Um, and I'm speaking to myself, and I'm speaking to anyone who is listening. There's 106 people in the room right now. So if there's anyone listening and this touches your heart, I just need you to post a heart in the comment section. Um, my like deep down inside, this is what I want people to take away from this. Solely make sure mentally that you are okay. Whatever that looks like to you, whether that may be therapy. I get it. Realistically, sometimes therapy is just not for everybody, right? But if you feel like it's just maybe your therapist, fine, keep on trying until you get someone that works for you. Check in with your job, with your insurance company, and see if they may offer you free counseling sessions or free therapy sessions. I'm sorry. Check with your job. I didn't know my job offered that until I actually called the benefits hotline. When I called the benefits hotline, they told me that they offered six free visits, 2 therapy sessions, right? But chances of you asking them to extend it is really high if they see that you're showing a pattern of actually going. They actually granted me 8 more visits after the 6 visits. So you never know until you ask and try. So please, please check in. It doesn't sound dumb to be calling and asking if you need the help and the assistance. Please make sure you check that out. Then what ended up happening was once I got in with them and got in with that particular doctor, they ended up, of course, my insurance didn't end up paying for it after that. So I ended up having to pay. They ended up working out something with me in order for that. So you never know until you keep trying, right? Until you keep pushing. But again, that may not be for you, but find something that helps you deal with things mentally, whatever that might be. You may have to drive out to the lake, get you some rocks and throw them out in the lake or whatever you can do. I mean, just find something that may help get everything, everything together mentally, right? And then if you have someone that you trust around you, talk to them. Talk to them. A lot of times we feel a certain type of way because we keep things boggled in. And again, y'all, I'm speaking to myself too. I'm speaking to myself too. I'm not just speaking to you. I'm really speaking to myself as well. And I always have to hold myself accountable for what I'm saying to you guys. And I know I need work as well. And so I just say this, find that avenue for you. Find that avenue for you. I'm loving what you guys are saying. Come on. I seek therapy twice a month. I've contacted the therapist and I do have an appointment coming up after the holidays. Shout out to you, Chrislyn, for that. Shout out to you for that. Shout out to you, Brittany. Shout out to anyone who understands that we have to work on our mental health. We do. We do. Yeah, mental health days are being offered on jobs. Absolutely, Linda. Take advantage of your benefit. Absolutely. You pay for them. You pay for them each and every paycheck. So what we ashamed of for using it? What we ashamed of? We paying for it literally every month. or every pay period, they taking more and more and more and more and more. So why not get the assistance that you deserve and that's being offered to you per your benefits? You know what I mean? So again, y'all, please make sure you check in with your benefits hotline. Call them. They do have a hotline. Every benefit, they have a hotline that you can call. If you cannot call, email them, ask them, whatever your job may offer or whatever those benefits may offer, take full advantage of them. Okay. Because I've already shared this story with you guys, but at one point after my diagnosis, I did have to check myself into a facility because I was really going through a lot mentally and I just didn't know what to do. And a lot of people around me didn't know. Again, I kept it from a whole lot of people. I even kept it from my sister. Me and my sister talk every day. So that's something to just go to show that you never know what people are dealing with on the inside. And on the outside, they smiling, they geeking, they tossing jokes, they just having a good time, dancing, and something weighs on you heavy enough to unfortunately take your life. That's deep. That's deep, y'all. That's deep. And that's something that we must mentally find something to cope with that. I need to go back to therapy. Me and all my kids have a therapist. I love to hear that, Kimmy. I love to hear that, Kathy. I love to hear that. I love to hear when we are doing whatever we need to do for our mental sanity and our mental health. Totally here for it. Because you just don't know. You don't know. And, for a while there, I was definitely ashamed, but I feel like my story can help someone else. And so I'm I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. Not ashamed to tell. Not ashamed. Not ashamed at all. Right, Chef. Depression is serious. If your children are acting differently, say something. Don't sit back, being scared to find out they're not okay. Absolutely, 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 absolutely. And in this day and what we're dealing with, you never know when you send your child out of your presence, what's going on with them. You never know. You never know. Prayers to his family and friends and everyone he touched. Absolutely, because that smile was again. That smile was beautiful. That smile was just everything. Um, our black men and boys. Wait. Our black men and boys are burdened with living up to what they think you expect from them. What do you think they ought to be? Absolutely, or what you think they ought to be. I had a therapist, but I stopped going, and I regret stop going. But I couldn't understand her, and I felt like she wasn't helping me. I asked my insurance if they could switch. They wouldn't help me. So here's what I had to do. I switched maybe 3 times. And what I actually had to get them to do was I did have to get them to write a letter and I had to get that particular therapist. I was just upfront with that therapist stating that, and I'll just be completely honest with you guys. I had an issue with that therapist because I felt like I was having to teach that therapist my black experiences or my experiences of being black. And that to me was not what I was going to therapy to do. And so that first therapist, I was like, I can't do this because I'm feeling like I'm having to teach you my culture before you're able to give me the resources that I need to cope with what I'm dealing with. And this is not what I came here for. So What I ended up having to do was being straight up front and honest with her about it. Well, actually, it was it was a lady and a man that I had at first that I felt that way about, and so I ended up having to get them to write a letter stating that I didn't feel like they were helping me and that I needed to seek another therapist. And so that letter actually worked for the insurance company. So just a heads up, maybe that will work for you. But I do know that that is what I had to do. I had to get them to write that letter, and I submitted it to my insurance company, and they were able to allow me to change. So yeah. Don't know again if that will work, but that's just a tip just in case, because it worked on my end. Now that I talk about, dealing with anxiety and depression. Oh, hold on one second. Now that, I now I talk about dealing with, anxiety and depression, but now I speak openly about it. I've had in my house care, also shift on down. I was diagnosed with breast cancer. The next year, I suffer. Oh my goodness, sexy mama. Prayers to you, because that oh, not on both of your lungs. And the doctor told me that many people don't survive that. Wow, wow. Let this be a lesson to still ask how someone is doing. Sometimes the brightest smiles to you are hiding deep pain known to them. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I have anthem insurance, so I might have to do that. Yes, please do whatever you can um to find what works for you. Because you can be the only you can be the best you that you can be, right? And so with that, it does take taking charge of your mental health, taking charge of those things. And again, y'all, I'm preaching to myself too. I'm not just talking to y'all, I'm actually preaching to myself too, because it does become tough sometimes to cope with certain things, and you don't know how to communicate and express those things with maybe your best friend, or maybe your mom, or maybe your dad, or maybe your brother, maybe your sister. You just don't know how to express that, right? So again, let's just find your avenue, your niche, and what works for you. Um, yeah, because this is a lot. This is a lot. Um, to everyone who is in the chat supporting, thank you guys so much for being here. I wanted to just send out such like a positive message um to you all. I want to send a positive message to you all with this, and also send love and condolences to Stephen Abbas's wife, as well as his children, and his other family as well. Cause oh man, that's a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot. And so again, I just want you guys to walk away with this from this live as well with um I have love and gratitude for everyone. Just again, if you need someone to talk to, find that someone. Um, find just find that someone. Just find that someone. Find that something. Um, and what therapy is meant to do is to help you build the resources to cope with whatever you're dealing with. Sometimes those coping mechanisms may not work, but you keep trying and doing what's best for you until you get there, right? And yeah, by you coming to your platform, Chef Dundon, you have helped a lot of your Dundons. You sharing your life experiences and story has helped in more ways than you will ever know. I've learned a lot. Thank you. I appreciate that one, Davis. Thank you so much. It feels good to know that, you know, what I'm saying is helping someone because again, you just never know. You just never know. And like I said, us checking on our loved ones may make their day and this oh man, I don't know. This got me. This got me. This got me. Ask God to send someone into your life that can listen and be there. Absolutely. Absolutely. A non-judgmental person because at the end of the day, we're all human, right? And if we go to someone who's going to judge our every moment, now judging and telling someone when they're wrong or when they're right in a situation is totally different. But I shouldn't be judged by you, and I'm coming to you to have a conversation with you and be real and authentic with you. And you again telling me the truth and being real with me is different from being so judgmental that you're not really hearing what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't I don't really care friends like that. I don't care people in my circle like that. Unfortunately, I had to let them go. Um because that doesn't serve your friendship. It doesn't serve your friendship. I was surprised my therapist was an older white man, and we connected because I felt I could speak my mind with him, and he listened. Absolutely, Kathy, and that's what it's about. That's what it's about. You want to be able to be in that moment for them to just listen and for them to give you the resources to help you. You know what I mean? Um, I have always. Oh, I'm sorry, I read that totally wrong. Everyone can and may not have your best interest at heart. That's absolutely true, Linda. I always have to ask for a woman therapist. I don't know why, but I can never talk around men. Maybe it's because of what happened to me as a kid. Could very well be. Could very well be. So my background and my story has kept me from actually wanting to actually speak to men. I actually just became comfortable speaking to male therapists probably back in 2019, and that's because the hospital that I told you guys that I had to check myself into, they only had male doctors on staff, unfortunately, at that particular time. And so that's how I then became comfortable talking to men, but before that, I'm with you. I wasn't comfortable talking to men, and I only wanted to talk to women therapists. And um yeah, I've been there. I've been there. Um but again, and Bubbles, if that's what works for you, make sure you find what works for you. You know what I mean? Um yeah, make sure you find just what works for you. And again, I'm preaching to myself too. Preaching to myself. Right, there is absolutely a difference. Yes, there is. I just pray the family can deal with all of this and find peace. Absolutely. For those of you that are just coming in, we are discussing mental health, and we just want to say rest in peace to Stephen, um, Twitch boss. I want to again send my love and condolences and prayers out to his wife and children. He did have three children, two baby girls, and one boy. And so it's the holiday season, and so we want to make sure that we're sending love and positivity. Again, if you are a content creator and you are listening to this, please try your best to approach this with respect and with love, and with understanding, because again, the children see this on the internet and so does his wife. So Again, I just want to be positive and want to be a beacon of light. So again, guys, take away from this. Um, get and speak to someone who can just listen to you, right? Check on your loved ones. Don't just say, "Hey, I thought about you earlier and forgot to text you or forgot to call you." Let's try to do it in that moment, right? Um, and again, let's just send love and prayers out. Again, rest in peace to Stephen Boss. I mean, again, all the like speculation and all of that kind of stuff. I just say again, let's just try to be positive. I have a place right down the street I can call that works with my insurance. So I might call them and see if I can get a therapist here soon. Bubbles, I'm loving to hear that. I'm loving to hear that. I love to hear when we get the help that we need. I love to hear it. So here's the thing. If you guys need to reach out to me, um, you can reach out to me via email. My email is in the description box of this video, as well as um my um, Instagram and my Twitter. And before I go, I want to do this. Hold on one second, guys. Um, so I've been here where I've had to call this number. Um, and I wanted to share this with you guys before getting off of here. That if you're feeling away and you're feeling like um, harming yourself or anything of that sort, I wouldn't. It wouldn't be right for me to end this live without providing you with the resources. And so I wanted to um, share this with you guys. One second here. Um, okay, let me remove this here really quick. So just wanted to share this with you guys. Make sure that you have this number, which is it's an easy text number, 988. Um, you can also call the suicide prevention hotline as well. So I wanted you guys to have that just in case that um you are feeling some type of way. Okay. Again, prayers to his family and his loved ones. And give me just a second because I was trying to pull up the actual phone number here. Hold on one second, guys. I just called this number. Mm, probably maybe um July was the last time that I had to call this number. So um why am I not getting the actual phone number? Hold on one second, guys. I know there's a phone number. So this is so what you can do is if you're feeling this way, you text the 988. What it does is it does have someone that you can speak to um where they will dial the number that texts them. So please, 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 please make sure that you text number 988 if you are feeling um like you are wanting to harm yourself or anything of that sort. Okay. Um, all right, here is the phone number. I found it. Give me just a second and I will copy and paste and put it here in the chat. Hold on 1 second. 9454. Okay. So again, if you text the number 988, um, it will prompt the suicide hotline to give you a phone call, per your where you text from. Okay. Again, guys, please, please, please. Nola says, please, there is no shame in needing help, no matter the reason. I am here for anyone who needs it. We all need a safe space with no judgment, but we are all empty at times and need someone to help us. So please, please, again, if you need someone to talk to, I am here. Um, I am here. Let's talk. Let's chat. You can email me. You can hit me up on social media, um, and we can dig through resources together to get the help that we need. So again, I appreciate you guys, and I will check you guys in the next live. If you do watch the playback, please keep your comments as respectful as possible, or they will be removed. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure that you do so. Please make sure that you like this video on the way out and I'll catch you guys in the next video.